Then Nicki goes on Instagram Live talking nonsense, then releases her diss track against Megan, Bigfoot. And I'm gonna lie, this was pretty good. I love the way the diss track sounds like a first draft.
I hate this nigga, bro. This said, he didn't say I'm not gonna lie. He said, and I'm gonna lie. That shit was kind of good. All right, man, look, we got us a new Degenerocity video. This is called The Beauty of Revenge. 32 minutes. You can tell this man is passionate. You can tell he's passionate. 32 minutes is crazy. Crazy. Let's get it.
On this day, then King of England, Ethelred, ordered the death of all Danes that lived on English land. It is unknown exactly how many had lost their lives that day, but among the people who had perished was Genhild, the sister of Sweyn Forkbeard.
Why? This is a crazy flick.
And this dude was not someone to be stepped on. Bro was a Viking warrior. He pressed his dad so bad his dad fled to Germany. And he basically at the time just helped another dude take over Norway. Not the best person to have a bad relationship with. So when he heard his sister got clipped by the king, he did not take it lightly. In retaliation to this, he and his crew went on a pillaging spree, attacking with no mercy, making the locals submit to him, pressing the king more than ever. Eventually he makes it to London, where the king at, and Forkbeard looking for all the smoke. But the king is like, nah, I'm not going out like this, and brings out Thorkel. Yeah, the dude from Vinland Saga. He exists. Him and Thorkel put up a decent fight, but it wasn't good enough. With the willpower of dead sister on his side, Forkbeard's drive towards vengeance was just too strong. The Danes win the battle. Ethelred and his family is exiled, and Forkbeard becomes the new king of England. For about 3 weeks, then he fell off his horse and died or something. But for those 3 weeks, when he successfully avenged his sister's death, I bet it felt euphoric.
Amazing, right? Oh my God!
In life, we're taught two things. Never use the holes you find in bathrooms, and that forgiveness is a major key to finding happiness. I mean, why else is there so many stories with there are no winners in revenge and you will get nothing out of it as their message? Being the bigger person and moving on from whatever or whoever caused your past problem.
You know what? Why do they always want you to be the bigger person? Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It helps you heal and move past it. But revenge be feeling so good, bruh.
And that's a very noble thing to do, don't get me wrong. But sometimes it's just not it. Sometimes revenge is the answer. I have to say, there are some cases that require you to throw hands. If somebody spit on you, throw hands. If somebody step on your shoes, throw hands. If somebody shove you and your phone battery falls out in front of all the hoes, air the bitch out. Revenge isn't always a bad thing, but it's not always necessary. I mean, sure, there are those few cases where someone cuts you off at the freeway. Am I really going to get my revenge by cutting them off? Yes. Am I that petty? Hell yeah!
I am. I ain't gonna lie. I'm that fucking petty. Hell yeah. Either that or like I'm the type of petty where if somebody driving behind me with them high ass LEDs and they like riding my damn coattails, and then happen to just now go around for whatever reason. Like, you was behind me for 5 minutes with them bright ass lights on, and then you go around. Bet I'm following you until you exit or I exit. I'm behind you with high beams on the whole time. You better hope I get off before you do, cause I'm that petty, bro.
What you thought this was? I can't be caught looking like a grasshopper in the highway. The hoes are there too. There's also large cases where someone shaboogles your entire family and clan, everybody there. You think I would want to resolve it in a one-on-one discussion? No, absolutely not. Nuts are being kicked. Indian burns will be delivered. That's the way it is. And that's cool. You are simply treating that person the way they treated you. I hate how since we were young, that it had been bad for us to fight back. Like how at school, a dude could take your lunch money,
hell no. My mom's always told you, hit somebody hit you, hit their ass right the fuck back. I don't play none of that shit. And I will teach my kids the same thing. Do unto others what they do unto you. So if that nigga punch you in the face, punch their ass in the face.
Take your swag, take your dignity. And the moment you fight back and the teacher catches on, y'all both the bad guys. And y'all both get suspended the same amount of days. And the cherry on top, after it's all said and done, the administrator makes you both, you and Dragon Breath, apologize to each other.
Nah, fuck that.
What do you mean?
Hey, listen. I'll take the suspension. Whatever. I'm not apologizing for shit. I'm never gonna apologize, and I will never make my kid apologize for defending themselves. Fuck that shit.
You did nothing wrong. All you did was retaliate to them being a jerk. Yet the school wants you guys to make up like it's Barney? Nah, between both of y'all, the beef is for life. Even if you see them 20 years from now at a Walmart, it's on site. In fact, what you did was a reasonable response. But fighting bad, so... You ever thought about joining a club? Bitch, is an after-school club gonna give me my lunch money back? No. So the only other sense of satisfaction I can get is by being there. And people like them need it as a learning lesson, so they don't become those super annoying adults that go up to you while you walking your dog and start petting them like, who are you? And if that's too harsh for you, some people say success is the best revenge. And whoever came up with that was spitting the truth. But only if my op is failing. If they're winning while I'm winning, then I'm not...
It's not satisfying. Oh my God. Like, hey, if you up when I'm up, I don't know. But if you down when I'm up, hate to see it. Hate it had to be you. Hate it had to be you.
Really winning. I'm still losing. For me to feel like I'm winning, my wins gotta be astronomically higher than theirs. Oh, you just got accepted to Harvard? Well, I'm president, and I just signed a bill forcing you to pay 100% income tax every year, and if you don't, it's life in prison.
Type shit.
It feels good to win. You see how beneficial revenge can be to the human spirit? It can uplift. It can enlighten. But more importantly, it's fun. And it's equally as fun to spectate. There's nothing more entertaining than people settling their beefs by publicly trying to embarrass each other. That is why rap beef is some of the best stuff that we turned into our amusement, spawning some of the most intense rivalries in history.
You know what? I was just listening to Ether the other day. Shout out fucking Nas, man.
You thought North and South Korea were on bad terms? You weren't there for Shakespeare versus Marlowe, bro. Cause in hip-hop, they don't do no petty shit like threatening nuclear war. They write each other poems. Very mean ones. These are diss tracks, and rappers do it all the time. In fact, musicians in general do this a lot, dissing their opposition or competition in their own songs. And diss tracks could be about anybody. Sometimes it could be about a basketball player you just hate to see play. I get it. Sometimes it could be diss tracks against your own band members, and you guys perform it live without them knowing it's about them. There is no holding back for a diss track, and that's why I love them. There's a sort of competitiveness to it. However, most of the time when it doesn't end with someone getting canceled or dead, most of the time the beefs usually have anticlimactic endings. Like an artist starting a beef by releasing a diss track against someone, and the other person either ignores it or releases something else that is just not even worth the buzz. Example, that Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion beef that lasted.
That Nicki Minaj diss track was so ass. Niggas was comparing the Drake diss tracks to that Nicki Minaj. Listen, I wholeheartedly believe Drake lost. But what we're not gonna do is compare Drake's at least decent diss tracks. The Heart 6 I thought was a terrible diss track. That shit is 10 times better than that fucking Bigfoot bullshit. Oh my God.
Like 3 days. Megan dropping his, obliterating Nicki with that Megan's Law line alone. Then Nicki goes on Instagram Live talking nonsense, then releases her diss track against Megan, Bigfoot. And I'm gonna lie, this was pretty good. I love the way the diss track sounds like a first draft.
I hate this nigga, bro. This nigga said, he didn't say, I'm not gonna lie. He said, and I'm gonna lie. That shit was kind of good. Nah, bro, we not gonna let that slide. We heard what you said. Oh my God.
And I'm gonna lie, this was pretty good. I love the way the diss track sounds like a first draft. I love how she sounds like she's brainstorming comebacks to say on the track itself. I love how this sounds like a demo. I love how none of the diss lyrics hit. Greatest diss ever, 10 out of 10. Megan didn't even have to drop a track in the response, because why would you even need to respond to this, bro? In my opinion, Nicki already lost when she married this dude. And public interest for the beef just ended like that. Not too climactic of an ending.
Yeah, nah, shit, yeah, that shit was like, you thought you was finna get some back and forth out of that? I'm so glad Megan didn't respond to that. That shit was terrible. Get up on your good foot. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
But wait, in interviews about her own diss track, Megan says this.
Now, I haven't heard the record yet. Are you saying names?
I'm saying a hit dog gon' holler. That's it.
God damn. So it's multiple people.
Yeah, whoever feel it.
So she's dissing someone else too. And when looking into the lyrics, she's dissing.
I ain't gonna lie. Megan cooked, bro. Like, niggas just on her because, you know what I'm saying, of her sexual history and whatever the case may be. But in that moment, she fucking cooked. And she fine as hell. I don't give a fuck. Y'all too deep in. She cooked. She fine as hell. If you care much past that, I don't know what to tell you.
Another man a lot. And the man I believe she's dissing is known for getting BBLs.
Oh, God.
You see, I've been hating on Drake a lot in the past, but I feel like most of it was unwarranted. Like my Certified Boy Lover vid, I listened to like 4 or 5 songs on that album and I was like, that's it. Lesbian? Alright. And then I just made the vid. I just wanted to hate. Do I regret my actions? No, but the opinions of that video came from an unreliable source, being me. And I've learned from that. Now for this video, I did my extensive research so I can hate more accurately. If you've been anywhere on the internet within the past week, you might have seen people discussing the feud between one of the greatest rappers, lyricists, poets, scientists.
Yo, talk your shit, son. Listen. K-Dot! Now listen, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not a Drake hater. I fuck with Drake's music. But I said this shit from the jump. Drake cannot rap with Kendrick, bro. It's just not. He's a better hit maker. He has hits. He has good singing songs. But bar for bar, you are not touching Kendrick. And that's just the bottom fucking line. That's what it is. You're a great overall artist. But this rap shit, he got you bodied, bro. He got you cooked, man.
These two are the biggest rappers in the world right now. Well, outside of Miles, of course. Okay. You also might have heard that they aren't the best of friends with each other, and that's what I'm here for today. I know, everyone has probably already heard every opinion that someone could have on this topic, because literally this has been the only thing that's been on my FYP for the past, like, 2 weeks. I'm pretty late to the party. My bad. My ass thought another diss track was gonna come, but at this point, it's over. I've been waiting for this day. But I gotta hold it in. I'll wait till the end. Because I wanted to go through the entire timeline of these two dudes' relationship. Sneak disses. And their beef throughout the years.
Hey,
and
listen. This is going on the main page. If you haven't already reacted to these tracks, but I'm trying to see what Degenerocity talking about. This is a 32-minute banger. We finna discuss. But the diss tracks are on more SimbaThaGod. If you actually are looking for some more content for me, more SimbaThaGod. I drop over there all the time. Tune in, lock in, go subscribe. It's finna be a banger. I reacted to all the music. I don't even really react to music like that. Had to check this out. Go check that channel out. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe type shit.
Line starts at 2011 when Take Care was released. 13 years this timeline goes back to. From 2011 all the way to right now. The first time the two collabed together was for Drake's song Buried Alive interlude. The year after, Lamar was an opening act during Drake's and A$AP Rocky's Club Paradise tour. That same year, they had 2 more songs together.
Fucking Problems. Fucking Problems. I love bad bitches. That is a great fucking song. Great. A lot of my favorite artists on that fucking song. They did not miss. Okay? Poetic Justice did not miss. Bro, when they collab, they are great. But Kendrick is out rapping this nigga on every collab, bro. Fucking Problems. Kendrick cooked Drake shit. I'm sorry.
A$AP Rocky's Problems and Kendrick's Poetic Justice. From an outside perspective, based on the amount of collabs these two were doing, these guys seem like the goodest of buddies. Until they weren't. Kendrick dropped his verse on Big Sean's Control, basically saying, I want to murder all of you. Love you though. Drake took this.
Yo, it is so crazy to me how he took this to heart. Why? Why did you take this to heart? That's really what sits. It's like, nigga, he name dropped Big Sean on Big Sean's song, and Big Sean didn't take it to heart. Why the fuck is your light-skinned ass in your feelings? Everybody just rapped back, bro. Just rap back, twin.
The wrong way and thought it was a genuine attack. Then he seemingly sneak disses Kendrick on the track The Language from Nothing Was the Same. Although Birdman
Really? Wait, hold on, wait.
seemingly
What?
sneak disses Kendrick on the track The
Someone just talking, bro, and someone gave you the runaround.
Language from Nothing Was the Same. Although Birdman, Drake's dad at the time, said the diss wasn't towards Lamar, Kendrick knew what was up. He then proceeded to diss Drake for real in his iconic Bet 2013 Cypher, which dropped the next month. There were a
That 2013 Cypher was so... my God, the timeline.
few other suspected sneak disses here and there, but in November of 2014, during a Days Digital interview, Kendrick was finally asked about the beef between him and Drake, and Kendrick's like, oh nah, we cool. Huh? Well, alright, I guess if Kendrick says they're good, then they must be good. The beef is over. Way to go, guys. I guess love conquers all after all. Yeah! C-tier rapper Meek Mill claims that Drake got ghostwriters, and he don't write his own stuff, calling him out for being a phony. By the way, the ghostwriter in question was Quentin Miller, and his side of the story makes me sad a little bit, but it's too off track. Now, how does this correlate to Kendrick and them's beef? Well, because a few months earlier, Kendrick dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, and on the track King Kunta, Kendrick disses rappers that use ghostwriters.
I can dig rap, but so I wouldn't tell most of y'all sharing bars like you got the bottom bucket.
Now, some might say this may be a coincidence. Except it ain't, because Drake dropped his best project. If you're reading this, it's too late a month before. Sneak dissing a whole bunch of people, including Mia Khalifa. Not even lying. And out of those people, of course, K-Dot was one of them. Probably, maybe. It's speculation. Sneak dissing is not concrete evidence, man. But I guess Kendrick took it personally, because he proceeds to sneak diss Drake for the next 8 years? Dang, Kendrick must be overly dedicated.
Okay.
Fuck y'all too, lame ass nigga. Okay, I know I haven't made it to the modern day yet, but if you listen back to what he's released during this time, a lot of songs.
Yo, I didn't realize.
Made it to the modern day yet, but if you listen back.
This song right here, I didn't realize he was dissing Drake. But as I went back and listened to it, I was like, holy, he fucking is. Okay, twin.
Back to what he's released during this time, a lot of song lyrics can be interpreted as.
Stop playing for I turn you into a song. Oh, you important, you're the moral of the story, you endorsing motherfucker, I don't even like you. I don't even want your congratulations. I recognize your false confidence and calculated promises. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was cooking too.
As him dissing Drake. And yeah, some might think, bro, not everything a Drake diss. He most likely don't like a few other rappers in the industry neither. True. And that would be true if it was, but it ain't. The Hard Part 4 is definitely about Drake. I remember people back then were saying, oh, it's about Big Sean. Remember Control? He's dissing Big Sean. Really? Really? Look at these lyrics, bro. Look. Bro has a
Wait, what did it say? Don't tell on me, and I won't tell you, my fans. Can't wait for your son. Put your crushing a big pipe. Okay.
lyrics, bro.
You know? Tiptoeing around my name, you lame when I get at you, homie.
Bro has a vendetta against Drake, and he wasn't afraid of him to know it. Drake also, during this period of time, has a few speculated sneak disses, but Drake was mostly busy with someone else during this time. He had other problems to deal with.
Damn. Let me see you pushing T. Come on, Drake.
Drake. For all the dogs, first person shooter, J. Cole. He casually drops a verse about the big three, saying him, Drake, and Kendrick were it. I don't know where Naruto fits in this, but one of y'all gotta bounce. This line, that wasn't even a diss, it's more of an appreciation than anything to Kendrick. But this verse, at the time, was unknowingly the start of the calm before the earthquakes. Because Kendrick responded to it, and he did not agree.
Come outside, bro. I swear we ain't gonna jump you.
Future and Metro Boomin dropped their album, We Don't Trust You, which was basically a diss album towards Drake. No filter, no sneak dissing. They made it well aware that is about him. They even had some big names on there, like Travis, Cardi, The Weeknd, and Rick Ross, I guess. But the one who stole the show is easy. Kendrick.
Yep.
What up, Reddit? He did not pull his punches. Bro was dissing circles around both Drake and Cole. His wordplay was crazy. Say it's a lot of goofies with a check, I mean, did not help Cole or Drake in the slightest that this song got mad popular on TikTok, getting it to #1 on the Billboard.
Nigga, bam! Like, how do you respond to that?
Drake was getting pressed, but before he could retaliate, J. Cole came to his rescue. Damn, his diss sucked. Bro was talking some nonsense that
You know what's so crazy? I didn't even get to hear the diss. I have not heard 7 Minute Drill. I was gonna save it, and then it got pulled. I need to probably listen to it just to see.
I don't even think he believed himself, saying Kendrick fell off.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
And said To Pimp a Butterfly was boring? This guy criticizing niggas for being boring? He averaging one hard verse every 30 months or something. Nigga, you too. Like, come on. All right, I don't want to trash on him no more like that. Because 2 days later, after releasing his diss track, bro apologized for it.
How many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a...
Chat, you want to... Chat, I was right over here. I was right here. It's just me over here. Somewhere in this blur. I was over here. But, chat, apparently, Drake was at fucking Dreamville. Drake was at Dreamville, was gonna come out, but I guess Cole probably told him he was gonna apologize and take the song off, and the nigga left 30 minutes before Cole set. He was supposed to come outside and perform first person shooter with Cole, and didn't come out because Cole was gonna apologize. You ruined a generational moment because his nigga was gonna apologize.
People clown on him for this, and it do look bad for him or anybody to diss someone just to backtrack immediately. But I think it's a sign of maturity. Cole didn't want to make the diss in the first place, but with this pressure from fans and media, he probably felt like he had to. J. Cole seems like the guy who don't want beef with no one. He a neutral soul. He's the Sweden of rap. And I honestly have nothing but respect for him for that. Remember when I said Cole backtracking showed his maturity? Yeah, Drake don't really know what that word means. Because on April 19th, 2 weeks later, Drake responds back with push-ups. Drake's comeback to Like That. The cover making fun of Kendrick's shoe size. The title making fun of this video of Kendrick, I think. Okay. And honestly, on release, I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't push-ups wasn't it's very catchy, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like a great diss track, but it wasn't bad. It really wasn't.
You bite your tongue. Nah, let me specify. Only on release. I know, me defending a Drake diss track against my GOAT Kendrick that I accidentally fall on my head? Well, not recently, but let me speak. There are some lines in the track that made me think, okay, he low-key slid on that. Combined with his flow sounding strong and kind of hard with an infectious beat with some decent one-liners, like, bro, I won't lie. This was kind of a catchy track. Do I think it's better than Like That? Hell no! Like That is a great song. But if there were no other diss tracks released...
Yeah, like That has a lot of replay value. I haven't re-listened to any of the Drake disses. But I will bump the fuck out of Like That.
From either side after push-ups, I honestly think Drake wouldn't get that much dirt thrown at him. Like That is the better and more popular song. But let's be honest, it's not like Kendrick said anything too crazy towards Drake, other than an extravagant way of saying F you. This diss track alone wouldn't hurt Drake's career. That's the job for the ones after. But yeah, Drake could have easily came back from this if he ain't dropped another diss track.
A 2-pack
that tailor-made diss track really like made me look at him. I'm like, what the fuck are we? What is this? What am I looking at, twin? Like, you could have kept that bitch in the drafts.
ass.
Yeah, the AI one. Tailor-made freestyle, the second diss track Drake released on the same day. Well, it was leaked first, but most likely on purpose, just so Drake could see the opinions of his fans, thinking, do they like this? And when he saw a majority of his fans liked it, he drops the tape on the same day. But that's just my theory. I low-key don't even want to break this track down. It's just dumb. Like, people low-key think that Drake was playing a mind game with this AI diss track. Like, oh, Kendrick is hearing his idols talking about him, criticizing him. Bro, you're typing words on a computer. How is this like psychologically threatening to Kendrick at all? There's also Snoop Dogg's AI voice in the diss track. Fuck! Now, I don't know how to feel about Snoop Dogg letting this happen. Maybe he's smart. Maybe he heard Drake's idea. He's like, dang, that sound ass. Go for it. Drake shot himself in the foot with this track. And he has the nerve to try to press Kendrick, like saying, oh, you ain't gonna drop nothing. You don't want to take the spotlight from Mommy Taylor, do you? So you're not gonna do anything. So go ahead. I know you won't say something. Go ahead. Say something. Days pass by, and there's no tracks. Till the very last day of the month.
Euphoria.
On a Tuesday morning,
you know?
I open up IG, I see a post, and I get morning wood instantly. It's happening.
Yeah.
Kendrick responded with his track, Euphoria. when I heard the opening to this track, I thought this dude was gonna diss Drake in a calmly whispering manner to death. And I was all here for it. And then the beat switched. And I was like,
don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell truths about you. Ah!
What? 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 Bro, this song and diss track is amazing. It's better than any diss track that Drake has ever released. One thing that I love about Kendrick, he's the real deal lyrical, spiritual, miracle master.
I ain't gonna lie, Euphoria does have a lot. Like, I was when I first heard them, I'm like, okay, Euphoria's good. You know, Euphoria's a really good track. You know, Meet the Grams, I felt like was more hard hitting. And then I thought, you know what I'm saying, Not Like Us was, but realistically now listening back to Euphoria has more replay value for me than Not Like Us. I ain't gonna lie. Meet the Grams is about demonic as fuck. Like, bro, I can't really listen to that bitch. Like, I'll listen to somebody's reaction to it, but listening to that on my own time, I can't. Like, I feel naughty listening to that bitch.
Is destroying Drake on this hard beat, saying disses that even Gumball himself couldn't think of. Like, some of these lyrics be crazy. He exposing Drake send a cease and desist over the song Like That, and that he's Canadian. This guy is exposing Drake for everything. And when he's not exposing them, he's making fun of him. He dissing the way he talks, the way he walks, the way he says the N-word. Yeah, Drake fans still trying to hate, like, well, like, shut your bitch ass. And in the record, Kendrick also says, you don't want to respond back, bro. You don't want this smoke. Implying that he got more things to expose him for. And we do see that later. And everyone loved it. We were like, dang, Kendrick really did his thing. He don't even gotta do nothing else.
Damn, get off that nigga dick.
And then he drops another one. May 3rd, 9 a.m., 6:16 in LA drops.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I have PTSD, bro. I have drop PTSD. Cause every time we was on live, bro, yo, Kendrick dropped. What the fuck? No, he didn't. I look 1 minute ago. Yo, Drake dropped. What? No, he didn't. I look 1 minute ago. I'm like, please.
There's so many hidden meanings to the title and cover of this track, but those are not too important. Well, the cover is, but I'll get to that later. The important stuff are the lyrics. Short answer, Kendrick is basically saying, yo, your friends, they ain't your friends. In fact, they working for me. Huh? He also mentions hiding behind Twitter bots, which is actually true. On some Twitter polls, Drake would get an overwhelming amount of votes and weird quote tweets defending him. It's obviously bots though. Like, look at this poll. However, at the same time, Drake might not even be behind this. It could just be a crazed fan making a bunch of bots try to defend their king.
Right.
But overall, this track was a continuation of Euphoria, saying he got ears on the street and Drake should be worried. The cover alone was a warning, but we all know Drake. He always tries to have the last laugh. Drake drops Family Matters the same night as 6:16, and it was basically a diss towards everybody that took shots at him. He took shots at A$AP Rocky, who dissed him in Show of Hands on We Don't Trust You Too, which that album wasn't as hard, but A$AP's song was a highlight. This is The Weeknd too, because he's still butthurt he didn't sign to his OVO label. That doesn't give any of their artists any long-term success or promotion.
Wait, hold on. Who is on OVO?
Signed to his OVO label. That doesn't give any of their artists any long-term.
Roy Woods, Smiley, four bats signed to them. Oh yeah, good luck.
Success or promotion, because Drake signs these people not to help their career but to use them for his own music, but that's just a theory. Dissed his own crew because apparently he didn't trust them neither. Even J. Cole caught a stray. Like, I thought this dude left a beat. Damn, neither of them like you. And of course throwing shots at Kendrick. Now there are a few claims on here that stand out, saying that Kendrick was responsible for Tupac's family's estate taking down the AI diss track, which thank God. Also claiming he was a wife beater. Now this was news to me. So on May 3rd, 2014, Kendrick performed at the Hard Rock Hotel in Vegas for a rehab event. There's like no articles from that time talking about this incident, but I think a security guard accused Kendrick of beating up a woman during an after party. Bro, I could barely find it.
Wait, hold on. What did it say? Old Facebook post basically debunking everything. Kendrick and his entourage didn't stay at the Hard Rock Hotel. They stayed in an RL hotel. They went to party later. Look at Kendrick's hands. If you beat someone brutally a few hours before, his hands would have been injured. He's not an experienced fighter, and of small stature, the girl would have put up some kind of fight. She wasn't too out of it to need medical attention. So
security guard accused Kendrick of beating.
You also might ask yourself what's going on in the club and beat a girl, but in too much sense. Why would he leave her alone in a hotel room he shares with his girlfriend and expect her just to quietly leave by herself?
Beating up a woman during an after party. Bro, I could barely find any evidence of this concert even happening, let alone any evidence of accusations from any supposed victim. This just seemed like a story I'd see on Media Takeout. There's nothing supporting this. Then he lies again with a claim that Dave Free, former Top Dog Entertainment president and Kendrick's childhood friend, was the father of Kendrick's kid because he left a heart under a pic of Kendrick's wife and kid's post, and also she don't follow Kendrick on Insta. Bro is reaching for the stars for this. How does one come to this conclusion? He also says that Kendrick hasn't gotten married yet because he knows what type of woman he likes, implying he's a if it ain't snowing, I ain't going kind of guy. Which I guess would make sense for Kendrick's character, but nah, for real, it's just dumb. Drake comes again with another doodle pile of a track. And the thing is, the track sounds hard. The beat and flow are cool, but if you actually listen to what he's saying about Kendrick, he's speaking nonsense. There's like no actual substance to the lyrics. The only line that I think is kind of good is, you write about F the big three, it's only Big D in this video.
That is a crazy way to pause. Okay.
Your proof.
Hey, do you know 44% of y'all aren't subscribed? Go ahead and hit that button. And also go check out my gaming channel where I upload things like Spider-Man gameplay, Fortnite, Modern Warfare, older games, newer games, anything I can get my hands on, I'll play it. Go check it out. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, man.
Track is worse than push-ups, but better than the AI diss track, I would say. Drake.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid.
Fans went crazy over this. They're like, oh my God, this is so good. Kendrick hits woman and Mother's Day is around the corner. What a revelation. They felt like they succeeded. They won the beef. They felt pure joy.
Bliss.
For about 10 seconds. Because 45 minutes later, Drake's murder is made public. Kendrick drops
that shit is so it gives you fucking chills. Holy, do you know how powerful a song has to be to make you feel some type of way when you listen to it? Bro, stress wasn't even the word. I was like, oh my God, like I didn't know what to do.
The grams minutes after Family Matters, and on this track, Kendrick bodies Drake in supervillain levels of ways. First of all, the beat of this track even sounds like a supervillain's theme music. And this eerie piano loop is playing while Kendrick is calmly rapping over and lyrically dissecting and breaking down this man's horrible alleged things he's done. Starting the track with a letter to Adonis, his son, telling his own son that he's a horrible father. He let T.I.'s homie piss on his leg in 2010, and that he could be his new mentor since his own dad ain't teaching him squat. Oh my God.
Yeah,
imagine someone telling this to your son in a song. Even if I was a deadbeat dad, I wouldn't let anyone else know. That's crazy. Also saying don't pay to play with them Brazilians, get a gym membership, which references Drake's supposed BBL. Most people don't know where Drake's BBL accusation comes from. Let me explain. Back in 2016, when Joe Budden and Drake were beefing, Joe Budden accused Drake of removing fat from his stomach to get abs. This type of surgery is called abdominal etching, which is fake abs. And there were some photos from back then that
I didn't believe that shit. What is this? Nigga, you have a body fat percentage of like 15. Not even. Probably more. Like, yeah. Okay, buddy.
People found sus. The BBL part of it is just a funny joke, because usually when you get a BBL, the doctors usually remove the fat from the stomach to put it in the butt. But they're really accusing him for having fake abs. In the second verse, he starts writing a letter to his mom and pops. This dude getting personal, telling them he's a sick man with sick thoughts and he should be in a cell with Harvey Weinstein, which no one would want to be in. The biggest accusation of all being he and his crew are predators. This is what got people talking the most. And he's been accused of this many times in the past, and some of his homies too. This was all public information.
Wait, hold on. Drake entourage member guilty of assaulting. Oh my God.
All public information. Alleged public information. I ain't trying to get sued. Further digging on this accusation, saying, I've been in this industry 12 years. I'ma tell y'all one secret. It's some weird going on and some of these artists be here to police it. They be streamlining victims all inside of their home and calling them tender, then leak videos of themselves to further push their agendas. I've seen a lot of celebrity and political news throughout the years. If this info is true, I'm sadly wouldn't be surprised by it. These are like already crazy accusations. And remember, Kendrick is telling all this to his mom. Then the very next verse, he dedicates it to Drake's daughter? What? All right, when I heard this, I went to researching, analyzing this verse immediately. Hours upon hours of searching, trying to find out what this verse really meant. And for like 3 hours of this research, I was convinced Drake had not a daughter, but a son. Another one. I was geeking when I found this info. I thought I had Pusha T this level of evidence.
Wait, what?
But I'ma save you the internet detective journey and say everything I found was most likely lies. All those hours digging down the toilet. I've even seen some popular TikToks talking about it. I'm not gonna go in depth with what I found. All I'm gonna say is Papi Chulo. I do think the verse implies he has more illegitimate children though. I mean, we do know he be messing around a lot, so it wouldn't be too out there. And the final verse being the nail in the coffin, Kendrick basically saying, you did this to yourself. You called out my fam, so I had to stoop even lower. From the start, he been telling him, don't tell no lie on me, and I won't tell truths about you. Ending the track with, F a rap battle, this a life battle with yourself. Wow, this is the type of diss track you can't come back from. You would just have to lay down and reflect on your life's actions. Every line in this track is just aimed directly at Drake's soul, each shot as destroying as the next, making me think this is one of the best diss tracks of all time. Hell, it's even on par with Fleetwood Mac's. Everybody was going crazy over this, really saying it's over for Drake. Bro finna disappear and start a new life at the Turks. But before that, little did we know, Kendrick was not done playing with his carcass just yet. Cause the very next day, he dropped.
Bro, PTSD. My phone blinked, Kendrick dropped. I said, what? What? Bro, I was so fucking stressed, bro. Like, absolute, like, stressed, bro.
Another one.
I want to tell you my secret now. I see dead people.
Not like us. Kendrick's fourth diss track drops the next day out of nowhere. People already thought he won with Meet the Grams, but dropping this was like Kendrick showing up at Drake's funeral and blowing up the casket just to make sure he dead. Cause this track is a bop. He don't even expose nothing crazy on this track that he hasn't already said before. Bro just clowning him in the catchiest way possible. Got everyone in the world yelling, OB-ho! Catchy hook, catchy one-liners, and saying Drake a weirdo? This might be the greatest song of all time. And one of the smartest choices Kendrick did for this, during this entire beef, was making both this song and Meet the Grams copyright free. So the popularity of this track was inevitable. A mainstream sounding Kendrick song that is free to use in any aspect? You know everyone gonna take advantage of that.
On baby! Shout out Kendrick motherfucking Lamar. That fucking video going stupid, 34,000 views. No copyright. And Baka got a weird case whether he's here around. Certified lover boy, certified what, dot fucking what? Man.
You hear it on YouTube, at clubs, you hear it watching the NBA, you hear and see LeBron partying to this song. That's how you know it's fire. It was over. Even if the accusations of Drake aren't true, having a song hit #1 in the world that is an anthem about you being a predator will forever leave a stain on your legacy, no matter who you are. Drake never gonna escape this, no matter how hard he tries. But even after all this, Drake does try to. And his response to these tracks are just tragic.
We gotta definitely write a song about how we do not kids. Do not kids, it's no good kids.
Drake drops his response to Heart Part 6, and dude was playing defense the whole track, basically saying, if I did it, where the evidence? That don't count. Even bringing up Millie Bobby Brown, which I'm still shocked he even brought her up. Like, why? Nobody said her name, bro. You bringing her up makes you look more suspicious. He also accuses Kendrick of being when he was young because of his track Mother I Sober, and on the track Kendrick talks about the traumas it could have on someone, not only is dumb and horrible because the track Drake is referring to is not about Kendrick but Kendrick's mother, who had suffered from Kendrick's own cousin when she was younger, which I guess flew over Drake's head. Plus, even if it was true, which is not, what kind of diss is that?
What kind of rebuttal? Oh, I know why you so worried about me being a predator. Wasn't you my... What the fuck? That's not... That didn't hit... That shit was ass. That was a 2-pack of ass. Two-pack of... Come on, bro. You could have did something better than that, man.
You were my... Like, what? That's horrible. And the final thing that really fumbled Drake was when he was like, bro, I got no daughter. Your moles all work for me. And they gave you that info to make you look dumb. You hired his mole just to tell him that? What a waste. That's not the gotcha you thought it was, bro. The line aged even worse with time because a few days later, the Riddler drops an expose of all the items shown on the cover of Meet the Grams, blatantly exposing that what Drake said was a lie. And let me explain this vid real quick because I feel like most people don't even understand what they're looking at, so let me explain real quick. Most of the items are what I assume are Drake's clothes, jewelry store receipts. I cannot pronounce the word jewelry. But the main thing I noticed was the box of Ozempic prescribed to Drake. Now, what is Ozempic? It's a medicine to treat adults with type 2 diabetes. And when I found this out, I swear to God, my naive ass thought, yo, Drake got diabetes? This the tabloid of the century. Why no one else talking about it? Come to realize people also use it to lose weight, although it's strongly not recommended to. Many people would rather take the risk of getting thyroid cancer to keep the slim, thick build, especially Drake. The Mo also shows prescribed Adderall and Zolpidem, which is a medicine for helping you sleep. It's also sometimes used as a date drug, which I know some people would want me to point out, but I honestly think he's actually using it to fall asleep, not gonna lie, because I would lose sleep too if I had an audition like this. Also, the tweet the Mo posted was attached with security cam footage of Drake, his security guard, and that dude from that DJ Khaled meme.
I love that. I appreciate that.
What the hell is he doing here? And the Mo says on the tweet, Drake and academics got until May 13th to drop all claims that Kendrick stole or legal action will come. And as of recording this a day later of the date, the Mo has posted moving footage of the CCTV confirming that they do got actual evidence that can support whatever he was doing this day. Making all of us wonder,
what the hell was going on with
Drake and baby stroller guy do on this day? And why is it important? Oh, I've seen many things in my life. I've seen kangaroos versus man, kangaroos versus cars, kangaroos versus kangaroos.
What?
I like kangaroos. But out of all the crazy things I've seen, Kendrick and Drake's rap beef is one of the craziest and most entertaining thing I've seen in a long time. Kendrick is just winning at life while Drake is posting these memes on his Instagram story, acting like, oh, I'm gonna press the red button. Bro, it's over. I love seeing both fan bases participating and trying to take the other one down, especially on Twitter, to the point that people were bringing up old Metro Boomin tweets, making Metro grooming a trend. And some of these tweets are wild, but he was like 16 to 21 when he tweeted these, and I'm not the type to bash someone for old tweets. I've said some bad things and jokes too in my past that sometimes still be haunting me. People try digging for other tweets from anybody who was related to the beef, like Drake and Kendrick, but Drake ain't really have anything, and Kendrick's old tweets were just like, I'm about to go to Best Buy, so Drake fans hit a dead end on that. The only tweets to come out of this beef that stood out to me were the Ruby Rose ones, who's not even a
This is something totally different, but listen. That shit right there, these niggas is okay? The industry got a bunch of fucking right? She did that interview when she was 21. Vlad was asking her who, like, he was like, oh, there's speculation of some people you slept with. I'm gonna name some names and you just let me know if it's true or not. Hold on. Let's see if he addresses it. Hold on.
Part of this, but some of these old tweets do make some rappers look concerning.
Well, because there are rumors
about you and various
Various.
famous men? Travis Scott.
When I was younger. Oh wait, actually I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this game.
Chat. Dirty Dances, I Watch Myself. Now, mind you, this is 2014. 2014, chat. 2014. Prayers. What? Oh, I didn't see this one. The game just DM'd me. Is this real life? I didn't see that one. $30
You're a victim.
Kendrick Lamar and Drake's beef, I believe, will go down as one of the most iconic things to happen in hip-hop history.
Please
the
be
sheer
fake.
number of
Chat, that shit is so real that she's going back and deleting those tweets. That's why it says tweet was deleted. Because the interview popped up. And she didn't want nobody to get caught up. No, that Travis Scott thing is very much real. Very much so.
Of diss tracks dropping from both sides. The years of build-up this had, it's like nothing I've seen before in this genre. This is why rap is my favorite genre of music. You can't find this kind of entertainment nowhere else. And it feels even better when the side you've been rooting on from the start wins. I feel like I've talked about everything I was itching to say about this topic. But I have one more thing to mention.
Okay,
if this beef taught me anything, I learned this. No matter what you do, no matter how hard it gets, never stop hating. Never stop hating. Even if it looks like they're winning. Even when you're on the losing end of the stick, that doesn't mean you're incompetent. That just means you're not hating enough. Always hate your ops. Even if they did nothing wrong to you, you hate them for a reason, right? So keep hating. Always be a hater. Because when you eventually get your dub, you will experience what the beauty of revenge truly means. And in conclusion, Kendrick won.
You a poopy bench, you a poopy bench. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Kendrick, let me do my dance. I said,
how do motherfuckers be making 2-hour vids, bro?
I said, you a poopy bench, you a poopy bench. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Kendrick, let me do my dance. I said,
oh my God.
Hey, you know they got your mans.
They got your man on charges. Yeah, that shit is crazy. This academic shit is crazy too. Oh my God, that's a crazy thing to put at the end, bruh. Man, listen, bruh. Shout out to Degenerocity though. This is a great fucking video. You know what I'm saying? Fellow Kendrick fan in itself. We did take the dope. You know, I still do fuck with with Drake, kinda. You know, but we just knew he wasn't taking the dub. So me and you, we knew Kendrick was taking the dub. Drake was not going to win that fight, that battle. We agree.